65 years ago, a few ladies got together as friends and started a library. Pretty amazing, you think of 65 years ago. I think it's an honor to be the president of this library. I think it's an honor to be on the board of this library. And I'm just lucky enough to be the president of the 65th anniversary.
The first women who started the library, they put in endless hours cataloging and putting the little pockets in the book with the cards so they could stamp them when somebody checked it out so they would know when it was due. They did bake sales and collected donations so they could buy new books, which was nice. And then in those days, the Library of Michigan would loan books to small libraries to enhance their collections. So they actually had 3,000 books in that very tiny library over on Grand River when they opened their doors, September 24th, 1960.
We came to Novi on 3rd of July, 1975. And we looked for the library. It was on the 6th gate those days, and there were 2 little mobile home trailers in the library with a few thousand books in it. And I said, wow, I've never seen such a small library in a town. But things change over the years, and you started growing, and we got to know people also, and we used library. And I used to know Brenda Evans, who used to be the director of the library. We got to know, and we've been doing that ever since.
I was like 8 years old. I went to the one on Novi Road there behind the police station. It was just a big one-room schoolhouse or library, and it was fun. I remember that going in and out. And then as I got older, I'd go there more frequently. I could drive myself and get books and make copies on their copy machine, and it was really cool.
Well, I think it's an amazing milestone to reach 65 years. And if you think about all the different places the library has been, I think we're on our 3rd iteration of the building. I visited quite a lot, and I remember going as a kid. I would go, and I remember the old Dewey Decimal System cards you had to pull out to find your books. Did a lot of different book reports there, and I also remember kind of a bird area that you could look out the window, and there was some information on all types of birds there. So it shows the wide array of what the library can offer as far as information to people.
Probably one of my first library memories was moving to Novi when I was in 3rd grade, coming from a really small town and not having a library. So it was really exciting for me and my 3 sisters to be able to come and check out books whenever we wanted to.
I remember when I was a kid coming to do research projects, and it was such a smaller building. And I just remember turning, and I feel like I turned left, and there was just like this little dark area with all the reference books. It's sometimes surreal. Like I said, it's a different building than what I grew up going to. And I remember when we were finishing high school, friends of mine, we were really sad about the building coming down. But having come back after college and graduate school to this bigger, more beautiful building, and then having collections and having space to walk around and all the patrons and things, it's really fun.
One of my favorite memories of being here at the library and being involved is that chain of books that we did. So when the old building was closing and this new building was about to open, there was a human chain of probably hundreds of people, and we all passed books one by one and materials from the old building into the new building. And that was a really cool thing to be a part of.
I can remember the 50th anniversary of the Novi Public Library, and at that time we were celebrating the construction and the opening of this building.
It shows how important and ingrained the library is and how much it means to the community that the community continues to fund, it continues to visit the library, utilize the services. It seems like every year the usership goes up. I remember back in 2009 when we were going for the bond to build the new library, and people asked the question, do we even need libraries anymore? And I think it shows that, this library has continued to evolve with the times, with the technology, all the new offerings with internet and ebooks and all those things, but also the spaces that the library has created for teens, for kids. It's an important part of our campus here, close to the high school, gives a place for all different kids and ages to to get together, and it's really become more of a community space. So looking forward to seeing the library grow and be a part of the community for generations to come.
I must say this, that ever since Julie came around here, things have changed very rapidly, and we are very lucky to have such a good library in this city.
A lot of people think of 65 as kind of like a retirement age, and there's something to say about the library, because in this year we're going to retire the bonds that were used to pay for this wonderful building that we're in. And I think we're going to enter into a new phase where we're going to try to maintain this building. We're going to maintain the wonderful programs that we offer.
The library has changed so much in every respect. The library is no more a place for just the books anymore. When this library opened, and I realized that the library has become not just a place for books, but it has become a cultural hub. We got every kind of thing in Novi Library.
One of the great resources here available at the library is all of the resources available to parents. Just walking through today with my kids, stopping at the makerspace, I was taken back by all the different things that they can do beyond just 3D printing. So it's a really great opportunity to have your family come down and really enjoy the amenities that we have.
My favorite thing to do when I visit the library is go to the makerspace because I also like being creative.
The makerspace because I like being creative.
All right, I'm sure the IQ has probably been given a lot, but I know the big one that I keep hearing about over and over again and get text about and messages is hotspots. So this summer we've had a lot of, on the north end, some outages with internet and all that. So definitely having hotspots just to stay connected, just with email and social media and videos and all that stuff. People are just always surprised that we have that resource, and it's how the library just goes beyond books. I don't know if we still use that tagline, but I'm going to use it here.
My favorite thing is probably reader's advisory. So that's when someone comes up and they don't know what they want to read, and so they're looking for something new, or they want a librarian to suggest something. So we have all sorts of resources to do that, including online databases or book lists that myself and other librarians have put together to help us help patrons find new books. And in addition to that is book displays, which showcase different titles and different genres so people can find something new.
One resource that I really appreciate is how there are little read boxes throughout the city of Novi. We have one at Lakeshore Pavilion Park, and there are, I believe, 4 other ones. And a few years ago, I contacted Director Farkas about adding a read box to Brook Farm Park by our previous neighborhood. And she and the rec department were able to bring a read box to our neighborhood. And since then, we've actually had library story times once a spring with our neighbors. And I just think that if you find those little libraries throughout the city of Novi, it's kind of fun gems, and it's a great meeting spot as well.
Well, we both belong to the Friends of the Library, and they have a lot of programs, and they bring in a lot of artists. That keeps us entertained, and that keeps us here.
I love all the programs that Gail Anderson gets in, and of course the Summer Song Fest over at Paradise Park, and all the great bands and entertainment, and a lot of the educational programs that they have, the Friends and the Historical Commission, and of course the entertainment, which is really a high point. All kinds of cool stuff. We've learned a lot, and we've seen a lot of great entertainment.
My favorite thing to do is check out books. My favorite thing to do is check out books too.
You guys check out the same books?
No. Because there's like different books in different sections.
My favorite thing at the library is the children's story times and checking out books too.
My second favorite thing is to check out books and look what books they are. I like to read.
That's good. You want to expand on that at all?
No.
You have a favorite book?
No.
You don't know any book names?
I like
What's the last book you read? Are you reading anything in school right now?
No. I just returned my book.
What did you return?
Baby Little sitter, babysitter, little sitter.
Okay.
Another building that has millions of books to put into here. Every book in the world.
I would give the library, I don't know, it has everything already, so it's hard to say. But I would give the library more people being aware of it so that they could utilize the resources.
I would give it the top 3 books that were getting checked out, like more of those.
I'd give it a bunch of books so more people can check them out at the same time.
Would it be the same books your sister? Would it be different books?
Different books.
Sing has a long-standing history with the city of Novi dating back to the 1970s. So we've grown alongside the city of Novi, and back then we developed our first subdivision called Turtle Creek at 9 Mile and Meadowbrook. And we've continued to develop properties all over the city between now and then, and we continue to do so today. So the city of Novi has been such an amazing partner for us to work with. We're happy to give back in any way we can, including supporting the library.
Well, I think libraries in general, whether it's a milestone year or not, are such a pillar in the community. You know, at DTE, we really focus on not just building power and sort of creating reliability and sustainability for the community, but it's really about partnerships. And libraries have this great grasp on the community and act as a hub for access, knowledge, and just really creates a space for partnerships and for communities to thrive.
Supporting the Novi Public Library is especially important to us at Vibe Credit Union. And for your 65th anniversary, that's a milestone. We share the same values and commitment to our community. We both are inclusive. We both embrace change, educate, and seek opportunities.
So our mission at Vibe Credit Union is to elevate community and create opportunity, and we love supporting the Novi Library because that's exactly what it does. Beyond all of the knowledge that can be gained from the books and the magazines that the library offers, there's also a ton of other tools that help individuals in our community to grow and to thrive. So from computers where patrons can submit job applications or scholarship applications, there's space for community groups to meet. There's space for us to do our financial education workshops for adults and for kids. So we love supporting the library because it lives out our mission every day.
DTE's commitment is really grounded in reliability, affordability, sustainability, and building trusted community partners. And here in Novi, it's growing so fast, and we're proud to power the homes, the businesses, and the families here in the area.
From the perspective of a business operating in the city, it kind of boils down to realizing that the reason that businesses want to operate here is because it's such a desirable place for people to live. And a big part of that are the public spaces and institutions such as the library that create that high quality of living that Novi has become known for.
So the library is essential to our community today because of the way that it promotes human connection. Technology has really changed the way that we interact with each other and interact with the world, but the Novi Library continually offers programs that allow for face-to-face interaction. And I think in a world where everything either costs money or is online, it's really nice to know that the library is there offering free and accessible ways to connect with your neighbors.
Libraries are not just a building. They are a legacy for the community. They're a space that brings families together, seniors, resources. It builds a legacy in the community, and so the support matters, and we hope you continue supporting the Novi Library.
It's a huge milestone. It's worth celebrating. I think it shows that the library has been an anchor for the city of Novi as it has grown over the years. It's been a trusted and reliable institution, and I think in a way it's also symbolic of the high standard of education that Novi has become known for. So congratulations on 65 years, and we're looking forward to another 65 here as well.
Well, I think there's a lot of wonderful community organizations, particularly in Novi. But when I think of the other community organizations, I think they're more specific. They may be specific to age. They may be specific to religion. They may be specific to phys ed. The library is really open to everybody. I think there's something for everybody at the library. And I really want to challenge the people that if you haven't been to this library, please come to this. You will find something. And you don't necessarily have to look at a book. You can sit by the fireplace if you want to. You can look out on the patio. You can just sit around and enjoy the wonderful surroundings. You can even get a cup of coffee at the cafe if you like. But that's what I think makes the Novi Public Library unique. It has something for everybody.
Definitely come and check out the library. There's so much going on. And like I said previously, educational programs, loads of books, historical events, entertainment with dancing, singing, a taste of different cultures, and just lots of cool stuff. There's always something to do at the Novi Library.
And also for this new upcoming generation, check into the Friends of the Library. They'll steer you in the right direction.
I think that happens right here in the Book Nook, just about every day. We have sellers who sell at the same time, same 2 hours every week, and they have their special customers who come in and visit them, just to chat, talk about books, see if anything new has come in. And they are often retired and just want to see a friendly face and a welcome smile. So that's really, really a nice part of everything we do. Yep. Was that on tape? That was great.
Well, I like to wish the library a happy 65th anniversary in City of Novi, and I am sure it will continue to go for centuries to come. We may be here and gone, but we may be gone, but I think this library will be here forever.
Happy 65th anniversary, Novi Library.
Happy 65th anniversary.
Do we need to practice? Happy 65th.
Happy 65th anniversary.
Novi Library, all of us at DTE are wishing you a happy 65th anniversary.
Yeah, congratulations. Happy 65 years.
Happy 65th anniversary.
Happy 65th anniversary, Novi Library and friends.
Happy 65 years.
So, do we have no? Okay. Just be animated? Okay.
Happy 65th anniversary.
Happy 65th anniversary, Novi Public Library.
Screw that one up. What are you going to say again?
Happy 65th anniversary,
Okay.
Novi Public Library. Okay.
Happy 56th.
No,
anniversary.
65.
65. I have hearing aids and I don't hear the numbers right.
Happy 65th anniversary. Oh, God.
I say 65, she says 65th.
65th.
All right, 65th.
Happy 65th anniversary, Novi Public Library. We can't do it together. We can't do it together. He said 50. He said a 5 again.
Happy 65th.
He's not ready.
Yes, he is. Happy 56th anniversary.
65.
Happy 65 anniversary. No, a happy anniversary. 65?
Yes.
Okay.
Happy 65th anniversary, Novi Public Library. Woo!
All right.
I hope that's a better one.
That made the whole video.
No.